doing this job, I cannot believe what the last plasterer did. Even if you're a beginner, it's like common sense not to bury the sockets in the wall. These have been buried in, so we're just taking off now. Again, if you, what this does is when you're plastering, you don't want to be dicking around trying to plaster that. So as an example, this bit here, right, you're never going to get a trowel in there. It's like when that's buried in, you can just get the trowel nice. Because the reality is that a lot of homeowners are going to be looking at those sockets more than anything because they're turning things on and off. And if they aren't perpendicular and level, then it just looks shoddy. You can have the rest of the room perfect, but if these bits are not perfect, then you're going to get called a bad plasterer. You know, plastering is a lot like rebuilding yourself. It's messy at first because you've got to strip back the old, fill in the gaps and lay down the foundations before you can make it smooth. You know, when you're on the tools all day, it's easy to think that the job is just about the wall in front of you, but it's a lot more than that. Every pass of the trowel is discipline. Every mix is patience. Every finish of a wall is proof that consistency and effort transforms things. Not overnight, but over time. Whether it's your fitness, your health, or your mindset. Treat it like plastering. Start where you are, put in the hard work, and keep smoothing it out until it's rock solid.
Film the crocs on the hopper.
Here my cracks. With my socks.
I swear you meant to wear Crocs without socks.
Ashton, I know you are gagging for a pair of Crocs. I feel like a yoga teacher that's escaped from prison. Oh dear. Well, the thing is, that's the thing, right? So, like, I think I've done a plastered the ceiling, and I measured that when I plastered the ceiling, like I was wearing this, and it worked out to be over 5 miles, and that was just one ceiling. So, wearing these, I'm going to use any advantage that I can get, like, to just help with me being fatigued. And the thing is, the beauty is, when you're past 40, don't matter what anyone thinks. Doesn't matter, apart from Ashton, like raising his eyebrows, thinking to himself, oh, hang on a second. And secretly off camera, Ashton did say to me that he's going to buy a pair.
No, I didn't.
A yellow pair with the little icons on, with a little love heart and an alligator. But it sounds cheesy, but the reason I do is because generally lunch consists of a sandwich and a Red Bull for a lot of people, right? Particularly in the trade. No?
Yeah.
What does Martin eat? Your stepdad?
Nothing, actually.
Right, exactly. So that's not good. And you would never be able to get away with it plastering, I don't think, anyway. I do know plasterers that don't eat. But the idea of it is, like, Red Bulls as an example, or Monster drinks, when people drink them, what it actually does is it gives them this massive spike, it spikes insulin, and then they just crash and hit the floor maybe 3-4 hours later. And also sandwiches and all that sort of stuff, massive spike of insulin and just drop. As where, compared to something like this, like protein, what I do with my insulin is just keep it nice and steady. Same with this as well. You can see, like, mashed potato from last night, drumsticks. And at the end of the day, all this stuff, what it does is like all of this sort of lunch, it just keeps my insulin levels nice and steady. So I've got a consistent amount of energy through from the beginning of the day to the end. So it enables me to do stuff like this. Don't know if you've seen me move, but bearing in mind I am 43. So I know 35-year-olds that are, yeah, I don't know, is that a compliment for myself, Ashton? I think so.
Maybe.
Even though I've lost my hair, at least I've got something going for me. That chicken was amazing. Right, so what have we done today? Well, we went at it like all guns blazing yesterday. Done that seating, that's like 16 square metres. Done like 2 hits yesterday. Won't bore you with that terminology if you don't know what it is. Just doing 1 hit today because we've had to do some remedial work down where the skirting was. That had to come off because the previous plaster had buried the skirting boards literally inside the wall. So just 1 hit today. These walls are not forgiving. These are like 2.7 high. Pretty much it works out to be these 2 walls are 20 square metres, which is pretty much just over 2 bags of plaster, which is manageable. But the thing is with me, I'll go for quality. There's a lot of plasterers out there who'd be like, oh, I could do like 4 bags of plaster, oh, that's nothing. Well, for me, it's about quality, little things. Look at this, Ashton. Look at this. Wait, one, that, wait there. So like little things like this, yeah, come and look at this. Look at that. Look at that. That is perfect. That is bang on. Let's have a look at this one. Let's roll it. So look down here. Boom. Bang on, perfect. So when the socket sits on there, it's perfect. There's little things like that. I've made sure that all around where the skirting's going to sit, that is all perpendicular and level. It's those little things, the little details, why like people like Joanna downstairs have hired me to sort this out because they want it done right. So with that said, I guess we're on, I don't even know what, day 5 we've been plastering. Got loads of energy. And the reason I say that is because, again, 43 plaster, I'm speeding up, I'm not slowed down, injury free. I feel like I'm 20, to be honest, as cheesy as that sounds. Ashton's thinking his hair doesn't look as though it's 20. But listen, the reason I've put Brick Dust and Barbells together as well is to help tradespeople, particularly if you're over 40. If you're below 40, 20, in your 30s, you can just bounce out of bed and get on with it. But after 40, things start to happen, get cramps and stuff. But the truth is if you hydrate properly, if you exercise and do all that stuff, then I think you can be happier. Just have a better life. And as I always say, if you don't feel well, you can't do well. So with that said, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. I'm interested to hear from you, even if you think my crocs are amazing, which I'm sure you're going to. I'll see you in the next one.